All right. Welcome. It is time for another edition of the Black Belt Newscast. We are live. I'm Cindy Fisher, and I'm in Marengo County today.
I'm Todd Prater. I'm in Dallas County today.
Yeah, so you never know where you're going to get us.
That's right.
We wish that Wi-Fi was better so we could do it from all of our different events, but we haven't gotten
You say it's funny you mentioned that because I really had intended on doing it from Winnie Fields in Perry County because they're having the big Crown Wars going on this weekend, and it starts today. But the rain and time prevented that. But we do need to start doing that. It'd be fun to be out and about.
All right. So we have so much to talk about. I like to start by saying our stories come from blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. We are becoming your primary resource for the Black Belt. And we want to be and help you know what you need to know in the Black Belt. Sign up for our daily newsletter. It comes out at 3 o'clock every day. And it is so worth it to get those headlines. Know what's going on. Click on that. That's how you'll know all the things you need to know. And you can also check the website and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube. That's where we post so many of our stories. Send your news to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. We can't be everywhere. So when we aren't, if you don't see us there, take pictures, take video, send it to us. And we can include it in our on our website and in our videos. I love our new calendar. It was a great investment because it has really been a go-to place for even our food giveaway days, which we will talk about coming up. There's a lot
of that coming up.
A lot of opportunities to, if you're food insecure. We've got a whole service events page. So there you can get a roundup wherever you are in the Black Belt of where the food is available. And make a donation because we are a no paywall site. You can come and anyone has free access to our news, and we want it to be accessible to everyone regardless of your income. So we do want donations to help us do that. It is tax deductible, and you can hit the red donate now button on the blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. It's kind of throughout the website, reminding you so that we can keep it free for everyone and so that we can be here for the long haul. All right. So let's start with our top story of this week is the swearing in ceremonies for all of the new mayors and councils throughout the Black Belt. Everybody on Monday made their efforts and their ceremonies and lots of Bibles and hands-on Bibles and families celebrating. So let's get started with you and me and Brad Fisher, which is my dad, if you didn't know that. Been a journalist for 50 years himself. We all spread out across the Black Belt to cover the swearing-in ceremony. So this is Johnny Moss, Skip as they call him, getting inducted as mayor of the city of Selma. So we have a new mayor in the city of Selma, and Johnny Moss did his part and his oath with his family behind him. And we also, every single one did their swearing in separately. So it was like 11 different swearing ins. So, Brad Fisher got this one. He was at Selma. It was at the same time as Demopolis. You'll see in a minute that I was at Demopolis. But this is the Selma one. There's Kennard Randolph. And that is city council president and his family as he was inducted and sworn in as council president. And then this went on and on for 9 more folks. Okay, so I got to be at the Demopolis swearing in, and instead of 11 separate, they did everybody at one time.
That makes sense.
It's a little weird because I'm taking pictures and I'm videoing at the same time. It works.
We need 4 arms sometimes.
Yeah, and this one has 2 new members, 3 new members. So the woman, and y'all, my memory never works well for me. So this is Judge Vince Dees. He's the Marengo County District Judge that was there for. So Dawn Hewitt, she's new for District 4. Hugh Overmeyer was new also, and Luke Hallmark. And then the other folks, including Mayor Woody Collins, who had no opposition. The others had no opposition.
Yeah.
They did name Charles Jones here, talking to the mayor, as the pro tem. All right. Now, Marion, this is the one you went to.
I did. I went to Marion, and there's Mayor Dexter Hinton getting sworn in. And they did separate, but luckily it was only 5. Each of the council members got sworn in to their respective district positions. And as soon as that happened, they went to a session and got some business taken care of. The Mayor Pro Tem is Stanley Kenny, I believe it is. Was it Stanley Kenny? I'm like you, my memory is leaving me, and I should have written a note. But with the Marion department, they did not vote on the police chief and the assistant chief to be permanent in those positions during the meeting Monday. So Wednesday, they had an emergency meeting where they had to talk about and accept the resignation of the police chief, the assistant chief, and 2 other officers who have been offered jobs in other cities for more pay. And they took those jobs and left Marion. Now, Marion's got 9 officers on staff. There's still police officers and patrols, but apparently there's also, and I got to get some more information about this, but Albert Turner Jr. has posted that the sheriff department is going to assist Marion until Marion has a full-time police chief. The mayor says he wants someone who is in the ranks now to step up to be the interim chief while they're searching for a full-time permanent chief. So we're looking for somebody to say, hey, I want to be that person. And we'll be following that, obviously, here at Black Belt News Network. So more details on that are to come.
Yeah, and I've been following also the police chief was replaced in Pine Hill in Wilcox County. And that's been a little messy, it sounds like. So they do have someone that's agreed to be the police chief, but he's part-time. So we will follow up on that as well. So there's a lot of, in the first swearing in, often the councils, which Selma's did not do yet, but most of them go ahead and have a meeting and approve who their department heads are going to be. So that's what
a lot
you're
of shifting
hearing.
and shuffling. Yeah.
Yes. And sometimes not. Like in the case of Demopolis, they named most of their folks. Although they named the interim fire chief full-time fire chief, but he's been there 22 years, so he's not new either. And I have a little info about him in our story as well. Okay. So you also went to an unveiling of this major crime unit. We've already reported on this before, but tell us what happened in the unveiling.
Yeah, yesterday morning, Rachel England, the district attorney for the 17th Judicial District, which includes Marengo County, unveiled their major crimes task force. There's District Attorney England right there. She swore in a number of officers and leaders, law enforcement from around the 17th Judicial District. That's one of the TV stations talking to her there. There were 2 TV stations. There's everybody that's on the task force getting sworn in. And her idea is that in Marengo and the 17th Judicial District, they don't have homicide problems as much as other crimes. And they're trying to go after those crimes, robberies and crimes against each other like that. So you see there's Rex Flowers, the police chief over in Demopolis, the Marengo County Sheriff. A lot of them are all part of this task force to work together to solve the crime problems that they have in that particular judicial circuit. And so that happened yesterday. It was a great event, and everybody was real positive and energetic about it being very successful. So
yes,
now there's more
there.
Well, and I also found out there had been a major crimes task force in the past. I will have a story up with more details about the whole swearing in and everything that was going on coming up on Black Belt News Network. Because again, this just happened yesterday morning, and just hadn't had a chance to write it yet.
Well, because there's another story you were at too, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
And that's coming up in a little while.
Yes. All right. One of the things we've been talking about the last couple of weeks is the loss of SNAP benefits, which really affected the Black Belt a lot. We have a lot of families down here that are lower income and on assistance, and we have seen a real uptick in efforts to help. And many of what you're seeing. So the state did approve additional funds, $2 million from Governor Ivey's office in emergency funds. And part of this will go to the Selma Area Food Bank, which serves so much of the Black Belt, pretty much all of us. We will find out more about how that's going to trickle down. Black Belt Community Foundation has also launched a Food for Families in the Black Belt Initiative. And this is to address the food shortages as well. And you can make donations to that. And they're really bringing together all of their partners and volunteers to deliver foods in the service area. They do 12 counties in the Black Belt. United Way of Selma has also done an annual food drive. Their annual food drive is right now. And this is the time that they're really asking for help for folks to step up and give. And that's United Way of Selma. And then Gospel Tabernacle they started a daily, so Tuesday through Friday, weekday giveaway, 10 to 1 at their church, which is on Summerfield Road. So we've got a lot of traffic to our story about that this week. So I know there's interest in it. I went to the Demopolis Food Bank on Wednesday morning. It's early, guys, early morning. And they pack this every single Wednesday, y'all, every Wednesday. And they normally serve about 180 families. They served 210, 208. Wow. Yeah. So they also had about 10 new people that came in asking to sign up, which normally they don't really get any new signups. So that was, they anticipated that. It is a trickle when you come, and this is for residents of Demopolis, and it's from 6:30 to 8:30 that you can come pick up food, a.m. And this is located at Main and it's on Main Street, North Main Street. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the cross street. I was just there, but great, it is a trickle of people that came in, and it was really exciting to kind of see this fervor of energy. Now, what they have actually gotten several donations. While I was there, Robertson Bank brought by a check for $500, which was, they got lucky they had the news there. I just happened to be there. And they also got $5,000 from the city of Demopolis on Monday, which we've reported. And that was to go toward, filling in the gap from the SNAP gap, as I call it. And this is what they normally do, 10 to 11 items in each bag. And it includes frozen meat, whether it's shrimp or chicken. It was a beautiful day for a giveaway. So see, they trickle in. Well, actually, she's one of the regular workers. So yeah, really great day. And it's a real great effort. I know a lot of people love coming in and helping and working this. They had at least 10 to 15 volunteers. It's pretty great. All right. So that is what you need to know on. Oh, I do have a video on social media with Chris Spencer, the new CEO of Black Belt Community Foundation, talking about their efforts to raise money and get it to the families, directly to the families. Go check out that video. I couldn't find it to put it up. I'm sorry. All right. Now let's talk about the Forever Wild Center that opened. This is where we were the rest of the day.
Yeah, I got to go yesterday to, it used to be called the State Cattle Ranch, where prisoners literally grew beef for the prison system. It was run by the Department of Corrections. Now it is under control of the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources Land Division, and it is now a field trial and multi-use outdoor center. There's birding trails there. That's the Commissioner Chris Blankenship, who helped get this rolling. There's Curtis. Oh gosh, I had it in front of me. He's the representative for the area. That is Patty McCurdy, who runs the lands division, and the place was named after the Blankenships, after not only Chris Blankenship but Allison, who were instrumental in getting this going. And of course, the wife is always very supportive of the husband's work, and he works a lot for the outdoors in Alabama, and so they named it after him. There's Kristen. There's going to be a full story about this coming up on Black Belt News Network, because again, this was yesterday afternoon. The center is beautiful, Cindy. You would love it because, like I say, I know how interested you are in birding. This is going to be a great place to go birding. It is it's actually in Perry County. It's close. It's between Demopolis, Marion, and Selma. Kind of, if you look on the map and put in cattle ranch, you'll find it. But it is a beautiful facility. That's actually the Forever Wild board meeting that was going on when we first got there. But this facility, now one of the things that Ms. McCurdy did say that they're still trying to come up with exactly how they're going to rent out pavilions, and because the facility is so new. But these dog trials, and for a lot of folks may not know what these are. This is where you get on a horse and the dogs tree a squirrel or an animal, and they're not actually hunting anymore, but they do this as a sport, just for fun. But it attracts thousands of people each year from all around the world. Mainly here, it's going to be all around our country. They've already held a couple, and I think there's one coming up next week, where people from all over the Southeast and all over the United States will converge on that area, which means that Marion, Selma, Demopolis, Union, all the areas that have any food, restaurants, hotels, gas stations, these people will be in those businesses spending money and bringing money into the area, which is one of the main goals, not only to showcase the state of Alabama, but to bring those tourist dollars in. And that's what this facility is going to be doing real big. We'll have more on that coming up.
It's huge.
And it's beautiful. It's
great
beautiful.
To see that.
I'm actually going to get with Ms. McCurdy, and I are going to get together for an interview, and we're going to do a detailed tour of the facility and talk about some of the other things that Forever Wild and the land department has going on. There's a lot of stuff going on that people don't realize under our conservation
such a great place for this too. We're beautiful down here. There's so much.
Yeah.
It's all untouched. I'm glad they're doing that.
Yeah, me too. Okay. I get excited about stuff like that.
So there is a fiber project that was announced, major contribution. And it's been going on for a while. It should be completed. They reached a major milestone is what they were celebrating. This is in Camden, as they're looking at the Alabama River and the bridge, the long J. Lee Long Bridge. And this is on Alabama 29. They celebrated how far it's come as they're reaching 3,500 miles of internet. And it's so helpful for us because, as we've said, we have terrible Wi-Fi normally. So this is so great to know it's coming. Now, this is supposed to be finished by February of 26, and that's coming up. And this is a partnership between the Alabama Fiber Network and Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs, so ADECA. And they've been working on this for a good while, so it's good to see that it's getting that close. There is a story that has a little more details on, how long it is, the fiberability and availability. It's supposed to come to, all 67 counties. So just check it out and see more details about that. All right. And that was in Wilcox County.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about UWA. In Sumter County in Livingston, they have announced that they've got their enrollment numbers from the fall and are finding that they have jumped, I think it was 7%. And here I am without my story up. Yeah, I love going to their campus. You want to talk about having a trail, which I did a story about the trail. Mm-hmm. And this one, they're talking about their enrollment increase on campus and off campus, because the large part of what they have is off campus. So they learn online, but they're saying that their jump is actually from the on campus.
Wow.
And we have about 1,700 students, and I still can't find the story. I'm sorry. But I do like they have a program for getting a bachelor's degree, master's degree, and a PhD. So you'll have to go check out the story since I can't find it myself. Right under the gun.
Well, you had sent me the information.
Yeah, 7,000
There you go.
is their enrollment total. It's an increase of 5% over 24, fall of 24. But they have I'm trying to find the number 1,700 on campus. So most of those, as you can tell, is the number of those that learn online. So undergraduate programs online grew 7%. It's an option. A lot of people are looking for shopping education. So this is one way to do it and say, maybe I want to go to UWA.
And we're going to have, at your suggestion, I have reached out to Ms. Betsy Compton. And hopefully in the very near future, we're going to have an interview with her with more details about UWA and what's going on. So
yeah, I interviewed the brand new president on his first day.
Right.
Yeah.
Always keep checking blackbeltnewsnetwork.com, because we're going to be posting more of these interviews with more information that is going to be pertinent to your everyday life, things that you need to know. So keep watching.
Tell us about the new business that opened in Greensboro. You went to this.
Yeah, this was great. I got to go up to Greensboro. A new antique store has opened. Unfortunately, one shut down, and that left a niche. And our friends Pride Forney and her sister Rutledge Forney and their cousin Muffy, I believe is her name, decided that they will fill that niche and open up an antique store on Main Street in Greensboro. And I got to go to the ribbon cutting, and it was a lot of fun. It's a beautiful store. Lots of stuff. There's 8 different vendors who have different items, from China to little toys. There's some really cool antique toys that were just stuff I'd never seen before. They're just amazing. And in about a week, Mr. Burge, Ted Burge, you remember Jeremy Burge, the stabbing victim?
Yes.
His father has had worked on cars and has collected over the years a lot of antique car related signs and parts and things. He's going to open up, he'll be the 9th vendor opening up a little area upstairs. It's all going to be antique car related stuff. Check it out. It's just a really neat place to go and say hey to the Forneys and all for us. It's a real great place. And that's another thing too, as Cindy and I have talked, we're going to be covering more Hale County and Greensboro stuff, because they are part of the Black Belt. And they've got a lot of stuff going on up there. So we'll be watching it.
I got to go last Saturday to Selma's Live Health Smart had their fish fry. That was the main reason I went.
Who's going to turn down good fried fish?
So it was a celebration of 1 year that since Live Health Smart had opened this park up, and after they helped reinforce the pond, the walls were caving in, the sidewalks were hard to walk, and so they had yoga classes. This is Cindy Duck that always does the yoga classes with YMCA, and even the littles participated. And then they had the farmers market. So it's been 1 year since they started doing the farmers market here at East Selma Community Park and Pond. And then they did, so here's the farmers market. And these are 4 local farmers that come each week. And they gave them vouchers this time. If they participated in one of those classes or walked around, they got around the thing and got some exercise, they got a $10 voucher to use with these farmers. And oh my gosh, this stuff looks so good. And then of course the fish fry. I did talk to Michael Johnson, who is the city councilman for Ward 8 in this ward, and he had talked about Ward 8. Yeah, I think it's Ward 8. And he had talked about how they were going to try to fish all the fish to supply the fish fry, but it was too hard to get all of them and get them all filleted. So they ended up buying, and he also used 4,000 of his discretionary fund money to restock the pond again.
Oh, wow.
Yep, it had already gotten low since they restocked it or stocked it for the first time since bringing it back in March. So they restocked it again to keep the people happy. So this is a line of folks that were waiting for some fish. I snuck in there. I got some fish too. And they reopened the pond for that little time frame. It has been closed for the winter. Fall, winter, but they did open it that day. It was a beautiful day, and they didn't have a lot of success, but they sure enjoyed trying at the fishing pond. So it's open to anyone in the community. That's what Michael Johnson said. You don't have to be just a Ward 8 person. You can come from anywhere in the city. All right, now it's time for the
Roundup. I got a couple of things I'm going to say real quick. First of all, I had the opportunity this morning to talk to two of our leaders. I got a text from our police chief in Selma, Kenta Fulford. The fugitive that they're looking for is still on the run and still armed. So but they do have some information that is apparently leading them to him. And hopefully they're going to make an arrest soon.
Now he's wanted for the murder from last week. Saturday.
Week before last, I think it was. Week before last, right. And I also got to talk to Mike Grantham, Sheriff Mike Grantham from Dallas County. He had a health scare. He actually had to have bypass surgery. He had some blockage in the widowmaker and other problems that arose. But in his heart, and they had to do the bypasses. But he is fine. He's recuperating. He says he's still got a long way to go, but he's fine. He's up, walking around. He's breathing on his own. Everything is good. He and I are going to talk in detail Monday, and he's going to let the public know everything that went on and where he is. But not to worry, he's doing fine. And the other thing I got,
he has someone in his place, an interim chief, while he's out.
Yeah, well, Chief Deputy Hatfield is filling in. He is the second in command, and that's his job. He fills in when the sheriff is out. So, and we'll get more detail about that too Monday. Tomorrow is the West Dallas Tractor Antique Car and Gasoline Engine Show, better known as the Orville Tractor Show. That's tomorrow during the day. And at DeWinnie Field, also in Perry County, is Crown Wars 2 for if you're interested in becoming a part of the EMP, the Empire of Medieval Pursuits. You might want to go look it up on your Google Maps. Go to DeWinnie Fields, and we'll be out there tomorrow having some fun, dressing up in medieval garb and throwing stuff at each other and swords. And it's fun. It's exciting. It's fun.
Okay, Veterans Day is Tuesday. There is the Veterans Day event in Selma. The annual event will be at 11 a.m. on the 11th. And my Selma Rotary Club will be there making hot dogs for giveaway, and as we do every year. And there's also on today, Marion Military Institute is having their parade, Veterans Day parade. Through downtown Marion. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Those cadets always look so great dressed up.
Yeah.
Uniontown announcements. So Uniontown, there is a meeting. So Portia Shepherd's group, Black Belt Women Rising, is having a meeting. And let's make sure we get the right dates because they are prepping for a big meeting about Arrowhead. And that one is like the 18th at 6 p.m., November 18th. Public comment can be at 4:30. And there's 2 new permits that Arrowhead is working to get, and you get to say how you feel about it. And this is a dump basically that's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
So if you want your say, Portia Shepherd's got a meeting on the 9th and 2 days on Sunday that will help if you need help prepping for what you want to say. So check online. We're going to have that story up today. Uniontown, guys, there is also a meeting about the gas pipeline that's coming through. Tuesday, November 25th. You got a little time on that one, 6 p.m. They are serving dinner. It's going to be at the Rec Center on East Avenue. This one is hosted by Senator Robert Stewart, who will have, it's a public meeting. It's gotten quite a few people at the one in Dallas County.
Yeah,
People
we were at that one. And
coming through town.
Yeah.
And we've written several stories about it. Go look it up at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com for some background. Yeah. Hey, the Nutcracker is coming back.
Oh.
I think that is so fun. I love the opportunity for arts. Yes. And Alicia Chestnut is the one that has really spearheaded this for years in a partnership with the Montgomery Ballet. And they will be here. They're going to do a show in Selma, Greenville, and Montgomery. And let's see, the Greenville one is December 7th and 8th. The Selma one is at Wallace Community College, December 12th, 2 shows. And the public performance is at 6. And then Montgomery at the Performing Arts Center on December 14th and 15th. It's a tradition to go to Nutcrackers.
Christmas traditions.
And you talked about the tractor show. So that's our list. It's a lot.
Well, we got all kind of stuff. Yeah.
I always say go to our calendar. It's packed.
Right.
When you are at that calendar, you can tell it do 100 miles radius, and you can see what's going on around you if you're willing to make a drive. My calendar also includes Mobile, Tuscaloosa. If you want to make a drive, Meridian as well, because a lot of us on the west side go to Marion.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for something to do, what you might want to do this weekend, and I know there's a lot going on right now. So, gosh, that was a lot of stuff today.
Bunches of stuff. That's Black Belt News Network, though.
That's it. It's a robust site, guys. We do 9 stories at average a day. If you think it's too much, let us know. But I would think you probably want to know every single thing you can about your community.
That's why I say check in often, frequently, bunches, because you never know when something new is going to pop up.
Sign up for that daily newsletter. If you're not getting the email every day at 3:00, then you don't know what's going on in your community. And it's free. We do not charge you for this stuff. All of our content is free. You can also make a donation. I do always like to say that, we are a part nonprofit at this point where we do take donations through our fiscal sponsor, and they are tax deductible. And we are becoming a full nonprofit. So we're in that paperwork. That's been a lot of fun. And be a sponsor. That's another thing is if you know a business that wants to be a sponsor, join us. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes, we get most of our stuff from Facebook. A little bit of Instagram, but we love talking to you guys and seeing you every week. We engage with you during the week. If you haven't seen us, we will see you guys next week.
Yes, we will.
Another edition of the Black Belt Newscast. In the meantime, have a great weekend and a great week.
Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe.